Hey everybody. So, um, this is my update after my doctor's appointment, and I'm trying to get my camera held right. So, there we go. So anyway, I went to my doctor's appointment today, obviously, um, and we did an ultrasound, and I did like my first kind of official um appointment there. So when I say like first official appointment, I mean like the whole pap smear, pelvic exam thing. So anyway, um, we did see the baby, and I'll show you pictures in a minute. But the baby measured 7 weeks and 2 days, which means that my due date would be May 12th, which is fine, but I don't want to trust that ultrasound. I'm actually switching doctors tomorrow because of this appointment that I had today. The whole ultrasound lasted about 40 seconds, and that was measuring the baby, that was measuring the gestational sac, that was checking for any abnormalities, and everything. That was everything. That was from me. That was from her coming in the room until she walked out of the room. It lasted literally about 40 seconds. She measured the baby once, kind of, sorry, but kind of half-assed, and that was it. Like, she was just like, okay, well, you're measuring 7 weeks and 2 days, and the heart rate's in the 150s. She didn't even give me an exact number. And she was like, so that sounds good. Okay, now you can get dressed. Wow, like that was the fastest ultrasound I've ever had. And so I didn't say anything, and these are the pictures. That's one. That's two. And that's three. And to be honest, I don't even know how she got three pictures because she did the ultrasound so fast. But anyway, I went to talk to the doctor and everything because I also had a doctor's appointment today. And sorry, and I asked her because she goes, well, after she did the pap smear and everything, she's like, well, um, your next ultrasound is going to be at 20 weeks to check the gender. And at first I was like, okay. And then I was like, wait a minute, what about the nuchal translucency scan? And she goes, oh, we did that today. Let me show you the baby one more time. If you know what a nuchal translucency scan is, you know that that is not going to be you're not going to be able to measure a nuchal translucency with a baby this small and underdeveloped. A 7 week, 2 day baby is not going to measure, you're not going to be able to measure a nuchal translucency. And so I was like, wait a minute, what? And she goes, yeah, we did that today. So we don't need you back until 20 weeks. That, like, threw up so many red flags right there. Like, you cannot do a nuchal translucency at 7 weeks and 2 days, period. And, like, I don't know if she thinks I'm stupid or if I don't know what their plans are for that, but I'm not going to stick around and find out. I was really excited to be going to this new doctor and place, and I was really happy, and they turned out to really disappoint me today, which this is not the first thing that they've said that has thrown up red flags. This is like the second or third thing that's thrown up red flags. Um, Last week, like I said, I was having a lot of spotting and everything, and I called her and I asked her about it, and she said, "Oh, that's implantation." Like, I was about 6 weeks then. How is that implantation bleeding? It's 6 weeks pregnant. Like, I've had a positive pregnancy test for over a month now. How is that implantation bleeding? And when I asked her again today about the bleeding, what should I do about bleeding? And she's like, oh, I wouldn't worry about any more bleeding. Like, if you have any more bleeding, I wouldn't think it's a concern. Which, I mean, I guess for, like, somebody who has a normal pregnancy, that's fine. But they also believe that I have a clotting disorder that is only there in pregnancy, which it would explain the postpartum hemorrhage that I had with my miscarriage and with the delivering Alina. And they said that I'm going to have it this time. Also, she says, she kind of referred to my hyperemesis like in a nonchalant way, like when I was going to leave, like they kept asking me every time my pump would go off, it makes like this whirring noise, and she's like, what is that? I'm like, it's my pump. And she's like, oh, that's what that noise is? I was wondering, like it was kind of, then she's like, well, maybe you won't have that thing when you come back next month. And it's like, I would hope not, but I kind of doubt it. So it's just rude and kind of non-caring, this whole attitude that this doctor has. And yes, there are other doctors at this office, but I feel like they kind of all do the same thing. So I'm going to switch hospitals completely tomorrow, and I asked her because I'm actually supposed to be high risk right now because I'm hyperemetic or hyperemesis, whatever you call it. And just because of that, because I'm not drinking enough and I'm not eating enough to really support a healthy pregnancy, I'm already supposed to be high risk. And on top of that, my history of miscarriage and postpartum hemorrhage, as well as the bleeding that I've had, this pregnancy has been a threatened miscarriage since the beginning. And when I asked her if I was high risk, she goes, no, you're fine. So I have a number to a high-risk doctor that I'm calling tomorrow, and they apparently do ultrasounds once a week, which I guess is cool, but hopefully, you also go in and see the doctor once a week, all pregnancy long, so that they can monitor everything, and that makes me feel a lot better, knowing that I've had the problems that I have had in the past with my pregnancies and with this one. So, because she hasn't given me, like, the hospital, the ER has told me that they think that I have a subchorionic hemorrhage, and she has not told me anything. Like, she will not tell me anything about this bleeding except for the fact that it's bleeding and that it's implantation. And every time I go in there, they don't read my file. They just ask me, like, when was your last period? And that's one thing that they should know by now. I didn't have a period. So I guess this is kind of like a rant video. Anyway, I'm switching doctors tomorrow, and as far as my hyperemesis goes, it's been not 100% better, not like 90% better, but I can eat a little bit and I can drink a little bit. And the nausea is like 70% of the time gone. And I feel so good, like, not having to worry about it. But they did have to up my dosage to 1 milligram every hour now, and which is fine by me. But this has been what I've been nibbling on today, and this is Little Caesars pizza. And for some odd reason, whenever I was pregnant with Alina and developed hyperemesis, that was for some odd reason, because pizza is a really heavy food. For some odd reason, Little Caesars is one of the easiest things on my stomach whenever I have hyperemesis. It's almost like if I can't really stand anything else, Little Caesars pizza is okay with me. I guess it's a baby's thing, because pizza's not really my thing unless I'm pregnant. And then it's like Little Caesars and Sbarro's but Kevin, my husband, he loves pizza and spaghetti and stuff like that, and I crave that kind of stuff with Alina, and she loves it now, so I guess it's just their daddy coming out in them. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. I have not found the baby's heartbeat on a Doppler, but we know that it's there because of the ultrasound today. And I may or may not make an update in the next few days, letting you guys know about this new doctor and what all is going to happen. But hopefully we can get in and get everything seen about and address everything. If you didn't notice today, I actually did my hair. Halfway did it. That was only because I went to the doctor. So I will see you guys later, and just keep following my videos, and hopefully this pregnancy will not have any further complications. But oh, and one more thing. This hospital that I'm going to go to now, they have like awesome huge birth suites that I've read are like comparable to like motel suites and everything, which is really cool. And they also accommodate water birth. So, but whatever, you have to purchase a pool yourself, which is not a problem as long as I get to do it. So, with that being, and they're local, so, or half local. So with that being said, I'm going to go now, and I will update you guys as soon as I can. Bye.